Good afternoon, everyone. This would be the normal time that we would be in class, but since we're not here, I thought I would do a video for this week just for updates. I know that I sent updates via on e-courses and through emails, but there's nothing like verbally having some time to talk. First of all, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope this finds you well and in good health. Underneath everything that you were going through, not just yourself, but you, your family, your loved ones. I wanted to kind of tweak a few things after I began to think about it. Normally in this course after spring break, we will shift towards creating a short film or documentary. I don't think that that's probably the wisest thing to do because it requires a lot of hands-on day by day and a lot of different videos that I show, footages, different segments from different people, week by week. We usually work together in a group versus doing it individually. And so with much thought and consideration, I've decided to change that project and not put that type of pressure on you in the next 4 weeks. It's already enough when you have your regular schedules, but under the circumstances of people dealing with quarantine and staying at home in different ways, I thought that it'd be best to maybe change that and not try and go for the full final film at the end of the semester. What I've decided to do is I want to see what you guys are up to get your thoughts about the current status of events that's happening. And so I'm going to have you do video diaries. Those of you who are planning to go to Panama, this should be somewhat familiar to you, even though you didn't get a chance to do it. We're going to do it as a class. And so I have made changes and renegotiated the assignment where once there was a documentary. It's under the assignment Apply and Create. So if you go to e-courses, you'll be able to see it. Apply and Create. It's technically not due until April the 28th. Reason being is because part of this assignment, what you're going to do is you're going to do 8 short videos for me from your cell phone. It's almost like a diary, a vlog, if you will, but it doesn't necessarily have to have the same theme over and over. This particular 8 videos, that's 2 per week because we meet on Mondays and Wednesdays. Each video, I don't want more than 5 minutes, okay? No more than 5 minutes per video. So that's going to be a total of about 40 minutes over the next 5 weeks or so that you're going to submit to me. With that being said, I've given some pretty specific instructions. Most of you have cell phones, so this won't be difficult for you to do. However, I do need you to look at a couple of tutorials about how to shoot, if you will, from your cell phone. So from a horizontal to be able to change into a 4K status. Those are just a couple of different settings for your phone. So I've also included those 2 tutorials that you can watch, very short videos on YouTube, to make sure that everyone is shooting in the same format. It will be helpful. So what are you going to be talking about in your short videos that you're going to be submitting? Well, I thought about that, as you read before in my notes, that this is a major crisis in globalization, this pandemic. With that being said, these are global affairs. I don't know how much more you could put globalization, like the words we put on the board initially at the beginning of the class, than what we're actually experiencing right now. So, and you can read this all on e-courses, but for each video, I would like for you to, of course, give your name, the date, and then your location. Probably going to be from home, but you could be outside. You could be maybe when the stay-at-home lives somewhere else. It doesn't really matter, but over the course of this semester, I want you to do so. So I also want you to consider getting background footage from where you are, right? I don't necessarily want you to be the only one in the video, but you are the main frame, but also background. Let me see where you're at. Like right now, I'm not upstairs where I was in the kitchen. I'm in my little kind of like chill space. You might see the TV. You might see some windows. That's enough of that. But this is more of a workspace. Just a few minutes ago, I was in the kitchen. But maybe if I was outside, I'd show you some things that are nearby and around. But so you want to think about that. What type of identification with the theme of globalization do you want? A few items that I named was possibly, I'm going to kind of read media, family, definitely religion, culture, the news, all over, however view, which way you get it. Movies, I know many of you are vegging off of many different apps and probably somewhere off your TV. Supply chains, such as resources and the grocery stores and the food chain. And there's so much surrounding this in this particular time. This notion of toilet paper and sanitizers and Lysol and wipes and the need for people to stand in line and have fights over who's going to get the toilet paper roll and the limitations that you see in the grocery store. There's something to be said about famine and feast. Issues of self-care. How are you taking care of yourself? What are you doing to keep yourself kind of stabilized physically? The gyms are closed. For those of you who work out, or many of you might do other type of sports with groups. Mental health. Mental health is really important right now because people not knowing what's going on. Anxiety is very high. Just how are you outletting and thinking about the thoughts and keeping your mental health kind of together? The notion of online learning. Maybe this is your first time taking an online class, or maybe you don't like it. You could talk about that. Just adaptation to the process. Adaptation to maybe being at home or still being on campus, but not the normal campus life, or adaptation of not being in class every day. Your participation levels, I'm sure that they have minimized, all right? And sometimes our ability to contribute and participate really makes us or breaks us, or the lack thereof. The containment process, quarantine, that's the word. Your personal thoughts, reflections, maybe written text. What are you reading right now? Maybe your perception, what you think or what you thought about your daily schedules, your routines. Some people have definitely changed and shifted. Access. Who has access? Think about who has access to testing. Who has access to resources right now? This is going to become more important as weeks continue to go by, depending on how long this lasts. Healthcare system, first responders. Maybe it could be you or your loved ones who are in that category. Those people don't get a chance to stay at home or put work in place or get that option. Their industry is being thrashed, while other workplaces, industries are suffering. People are taking hits financially. It just, some are prospering while others are drowning. Government is also a big issue with globalization. The various governments, the various styles, leadership nationally here. Think about the governors, statewide government, and then also local government. Some people are leading while others are not leading so well. And then also in the world view, such as other countries around the world, China, Italy, Spain. I mean, those just to name a few, but there's so many other countries that everyone is affected. I think you get the idea. Okay, so you can talk about any of those issues and references in the video. But I would like for you to at least identify one thought or theory or something that we discussed in class or in the notes to reflect upon in at least one of those videos. All right. 30 points. Also, I will be uploading a consent form, because anytime you do video and it gets sent, or you put anybody in video, I need consent form. I don't know if you want to interview somebody or anything like that, but I just always need a consent just in case. So I'm interested to seeing your videos. We're going to start this next week. I did also put in the notes as to how you're going to download these videos. There is a website called mega.nz. Mega.nz. I have an account that's created there, but you will need to create a free student account using your student email. And you can download your videos just as easy, just like that, from your phone to that account, which has plenty of storage for this particular project. And then you can share with me through my email. And once you do, then I'll add you into my contact list. So it'll just be very easy after the first time. So you'll create a free account from mega.nz, download your videos, send them to me there. I'll be able to review and process. And each video is going to be worth 15 points. So it's 120 points for the video total, and then 30 points for the actual download as far as the video release form. I think that's as far as I'm going to take it for the semester. For those of you who are supposed to go to Panama, tell me about not going to Panama. Tell me about what this means, because nobody went anywhere and nobody's going anywhere. Industry, airline. Some people are flying because the cheap tickets are out there, but others, not so much. A lot of bans have been put in restrictions. So that's what I've decided to do. I hope that you will start with your phone. If you have questions, email me. Hit me up on Remind. I'm here. Just ask. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing where you at, what you're doing, what's your thoughts, and hopefully if I can find some way that maybe we could share these, or you could pick one and we can have some type of preview maybe at the end on display. All right, you guys, continue to take care of yourselves. Please continue to be safe. All right, common sense. And as always, please stay well. I'll talk to you later, sooner, hopefully, than later. Peace.